In this tutorial, we are going to create something similar like this. Without talking much, let's get started. But before that, please subscribe to this channel to be able to receive a notification for next upload so that you can learn more about Photoshop and it can also reach out to more people like you. So let's start. I'll click on new file and name this Tyler. I don't know the actual size for music cover, but I'm using a width of 4 and a height of 4. I'm in inches and resolution 300. You can go and search on the internet to get the actual sizes. I click on create. I'll bring in my background. So my background is actually pink, but we are going to change the color to blue, as you can see. So I'll add a layer mask to it and click on adjustment, hue, saturation. Then I change the hue to negative 19. I think it's okay. Let me boost this to it looks okay for me. Yeah, then I'll click on the background like this. I'll go to filters and I'll add a little bit of blur. This is too much. A little bit. That is around I think 4.5. I should go a bit more. Let me see here, 4.5. I think 4.5 looks okay to me. So now I'll click on the background again. This time I'll click on the layer mask. Then I'll go to brush. Make sure that I'm on pure black. My hardness is on 0. My size, I think my size is okay, 500. But you can use the square bracket to increase and decrease the size of your brush on your keyboard. So now I have to decrease my flow to 25. I think 25 is okay, and I'll start cleaning this part. I just want it to be white like this. Yeah, so now I'll bring in Tyler. Here is she, so I'll place her well in here. Click, but she's facing the left, but I want her to face the right, so I'll click on my move to and click on it like that and come to edit, transform, flip horizontal, or flip it so that she can face the right side. And now go to convert to layers and click on yes, and I'll click on remove background. And I'll bring her here like this. If you're finding it difficult to see that remove background, after clicking on this, click on properties to open that tab. Then you click on that convert to layers, then you remove the background if you're finding some difficulties there. So I'll click on Control T to able to increase the size of Tyler. I think she looks okay now. I'll click on the main layer of Tyler, go to filters, camera raw. we are going to adjust certain things here. So I'll increase the contrast a bit, increase the whites a bit, and shadows too a bit, and bump up texture, clarity to a bit like this, and a bit of sharpen, and reduce noise to small. I think around 30 is okay. Before, before, after. Then I click on OK. You can see that the color is popping, but the texture is too much. So this time around, I'll click on my brush to, I'll right click on it and go to Mixture Brush. And I'll click on. Make sure your width is on 85, your load is 75, your mix is 90, and you select Clean Brush over here. Then you zoom in. You're going to brush over the part that you want it to be smooth. So let me increase my brush a bit and brush, start brushing. You don't brush it anyhow, but let's say that this is the brighter part. The more you brush it down, it stretches the brighter part down also. So you brush it according to the lighter shade. So I'll brush the lighter shade, the outer part of the lighter shade, to blend with the mid tones, and that the darker shade too, I also blend them with the mid tones. If you brush it anyhow, it will look weird. So you take your time and you do it. I'll zoom in to this part and clean, brush it to get off the scar from that part. I'll fix smoothing this part too. Come over to the shoulders too. You can see after brushing the darker side into the brighter side, you can see the brighter side is getting darker, and we don't want that, so I press Ctrl Z to send it back. Then we brush from the brighter side into the darker side, and we brush the darker side only to mix it. My blending may look weird to you because my eyes is different from yours, and you blend it according to what you see to be nice, not to follow mine. Everybody has his own perspective of beauty. Then I'll come to the face. I'll do same. So this is the lighter part. I brush the lighter part. So if it's too much, you just decrease the flow to get the blend very well. But if it's not blending well to you, then you increase the flow to so come to the forehead. Now brush brush the top part like this. Think it's too much. Then decrease it to blend it well like this. Come to the nose part and blend it. I think she looks good now. So my next thing that I'll do is select my rectangle tool like this, then draw a rectangle. And shaping it. Let me move it down a bit. Here, I think here is okay. Let me select my rectangle again to adjust it to my preference. I think it looks good now. The size to, let me go for 3 and see. 3 looks good. So I'll select my rectangle and I'll curve the corners, around the corners a bit like this. Before you can round all the corners together, make sure that this is linked, this then over here is linked. This shows that it's on link, and this shows it's linked. So after linking, you can round all the corners together. I'll select my rectangle tool again and I'll draw another rectangle. This time around, I will fill it and remove the stroke. You can use the same color. Double click here, then you type in this color code, that is 005 FAB. It will give you the same color that I selected. Click OK. I think it looks good now. So now I'll double click here and go to inner glow. I'll select inner glow and I'll select and change the color to color like this, or I can use the color picker tool to select color over here, then make it a bit lighter. Click OK. You can also increase the opacity to around 57 and the size to increase the size to around 50. Let me type in 50 thereabout. Your blending mode to overlay as usual and click on OK. So you select pen to and make sure you're on shape and you select shape. You click over here and make sure that you haven't selected any of the layers here. Then you draw a shape like this. So I'll turn off my fill and select a color for my stroke. So I'll select a color here and make sure that it's a lighter color of what I selected. Click on OK. My stroke is 1 pixel, but I'll increase the size of it like this. Now press Ctrl to able to move it like that. I think this is okay. So I'll change the blending mode to overlay and decrease the size, sorry, the opacity to 25. Then I'll right click on that shape and click on clip mask to set it into this rectangle. I'll select my move to and make sure that I've selected the layer, that is the tiler layer. Double click here and name it tiler main. Then I'll press Ctrl J to duplicate that layer, and this time around I'll name it tiler subset. So I'll move the subset here, then I'll move the subset layer on top of all the layers. Then I press Ctrl T, then decrease the size like this. Click OK. So what I'll do next here is I'll click on adjustment, gradient map, then I'll change the colors over here, change it to cyan. I'll go for darker cyan, and this part I'll double click and go for brighter cyan. I think it's not dark enough. I'll hold Alt, then click and drag this thing here. I'll click, then bring the brighter part in the middle, and bring the darker one to the corners, and move this to the corners. Click OK. So I will select that gradient bump and select the tiler subset. So I'll hold Ctrl to select both of them, right click and convert both of them to smart layer. Then I'll right click and create a clip mask to insert it into the box. Then I change the blending mode to lightning. Let me decrease this a bit. I think 15 thereabout is okay. So now I'll type here water. I don't know, there's an album called Water album. I don't know, but it's just for tutorial sake. That is the reason I'm using title album. I'm using water album. So I'll double click on that and change the color to this color. As you can see, it's okay. Yeah. So I'm using text called Senzo. Yeah, Senzo black. Yeah. So I'm using the black, not the bold, not the regular, but black. And here I'll right click on the text view and click on vertical type, then type here Tyler. Then I'll change the color to white. I'll change it to regular, then bring it here. I think the size is too much, so I'll go for 14. Let's see. Yeah, 14 looks okay. Then I'll type here water. I'll change it to black and bring it here in the middle like that. Yeah, I think it looks good. So we'll come to the buttons over here, and let's look at it over here. You can see there is a line, there's stuff over here. So we're about to create those kind of stuff. I'll click back, I'll right click on the rectangle 2 and come to line 2, then click, hold shift and create a straight line like this, and make sure my stroke is a bit low. This time around my stroke I'll go for 2 pixels. Let me see, I think it's small. So I'll select that line layer and select my line, and before that let me change the color. So I want this color, and I select that color, and I'll change the size to 3. I think 3 pixels. Let's see, let me change it over here. 3 pixels. 3 pixels is big. Let me go for 2. I think 2 is okay now. So I'll zoom in, right click and come to ellipse 2 and draw a circle while holding shift to give me a perfect circle. Then I'll leave it. I'll come to the fill, click here. I want this color, so I'll click on that using the color picker and make sure that I align it well around here. Then I'll select my text tool and type any number. Let me use I think 0 0 6. Let me change the color to this color. So 0, let me bring 006. I'll change the text to Montserrat and change it to medium and decrease the size to 8. I think 8 is still, I'll go for 6 and bring it here. As you can see, it looks good now. So I'll select that text layer and press Ctrl J to duplicate that layer. I'll hold that layer, hold shift and bring it to the right side, and this time around change it to 3 6. That is the time of the music. And now we're going to create another circle over here. Create it while holding shift. We move it in the middle right here, there about. Right click, we select our line 2, we zoom in, so you click and you draw while holding shift to create a straight line. Change the color of your stroke to white, and make sure that your stroke is around uh let's use 4 and see. I think four is small. I think, yeah, this is good. 4.68. I think 4.68 looks good. So I'll name this pause line, and I'll duplicate the pause line and click on the copied one and hold shift and move it to the right side. So I'll select both of them. I'll hold control and select here, then move both of them in the middle like this. And remember, let me open up. This is ellipse 1, you can see here, and this is ellipse 2. I don't need to rename them, so you have to keep it in mind. My next thing that I will do here is I'll create the forward buttons here using the line. So I'll drag the line, hold shift to straighten that line. This time around I'll change the color to this color. So I'll use the color picker to select that color, the same size as the one I used for the pause, that is 4.68. I'll bring it here. One thing is I have to use rule. You press Control R. If you cannot see your rule, Control R to bring the rule. Then you bring the rule here and you bring another one here. This makes your work accurate. Place a wall. Place a wall here, as you can see. So now I can align the line I created here to it, as you can see. Then I'll right click on the line. This time around I'll go for rectangle. Then I'll draw a rectangle. This time around I'll rotate it while holding shift to create a nice angle that is 90. And I will, sorry, let me press Ctrl T and decrease the size. Let me select it and decrease it. Yeah. I think it looks okay now. So now this is the line and the rectangle that I created. I'll select the line and hold Control to select the rectangle together. I'll right click on it and go to create, convert to smart object. I'll right click on it and go to convert to smart object. You can see that they are both together. So you go to edit, transform, flip horizontal, press Ctrl J to duplicate my triangle, click on move to, select the copied one, click on it, hold shift and move to the left, go to edit, transform, flip horizontal, move to the right side, click on the ellipse tool, draw an ellipse, hold shift to create a perfect ellipse. The size is too big, we change it to 1.5. I think 1.5 is okay. Right click again, go to line 2, draw a line, hold shift to create a straight line and change the edges to round, then decrease the size to, let's go for 2 pixels. Let's change this one to, I think 2 pixels is too big. Let's go for 1.5 also. .5. It didn't change. Let's do it again. Yeah, I think 1.5 looks okay. Let's move to the left side. So this left side will bring in a rule here, and we bring a third rule here in the middle. Then I'll select my pen tool and make sure that I'm on shape and add a color. We want this color. Click OK. What I'm about to do, I'm going to stress myself a bit, but if I don't, I'll teach you a way to make it easy. So here we're going to draw a love. So I'll draw it like this. And we draw it like that. So we zoom in like this and hold Control to adjust it. So I'll hold Alt to adjust it. To my eye. I don't have any measurement for it, so we will assume our eyes, what our eyes see is perfect. Hold Control. You can see that the rulers is disturbing a bit, so press Control H to remove all the rule, then click, hold Control and click to bring the handles again. Then I'll move this one up, hold Shift, bring, click on Control H again to bring the rules. I'll click here. This shape, I'll name it like, because when you click on it, it will like the music video. So I'll duplicate that like shape, go to edit, transform, flip horizontal. It has been flipped horizontal, and I'll move to here. Then I'll hold control and click both of them, then right click and go to convert to smart object. You can see it has created some, not nice though, but let's bring it here. I'll press Ctrl T and click on this so that I can make some changes to it. Ctrl T, right click, distort, Ctrl T, click again. I'm bringing in more. Not nice. You can go to the internet and download a hat, but for my own, like this, I use the same procedure, but I got a perfect hat. But this time around, it's not working. So we'll take it like that. Okay. Try your best using the same procedure. Control T. You adjust it using the distort and the warp to. You actually get it. Let's take it like that. So let's look here again. What's next? So we are actually going to bring in our music stuff here. So I'll scale it down. That is a Apple Music. Let's bring in Audiomack. And Spotify. And let's bring in YouTube. And what else? I think a Boomplay. So the Apple Music, I cannot see well. What I'll do is I'll add color overlay. Click here, click on this, and now select this color here. Yeah. You can now see that it has assumed the color of this. That is what we want. So you're going to bring it here. We are going to use row here to help us. So we will align it here and bring another one here for the text. And bring one also here on top of the apple. So we'll select the audio mark and we'll scale it down like this. You can see the Apple logo, it's aligned with the audio mark. But for the Spotify, we are going to align the text, that is the music, the up and the down, with the Spotify text. It's Control T, you scale it down till the text is aligned. I think it looks good. For YouTube to same, we scale it down. Make sure that the text is also aligned. Let's zoom in together. And for our boom plate, we will scale it down like that. So now press Ctrl H to remove all this. Then select your audio mark, hold shift and move it in a straight form. Select the Spotify, hold shift and move. YouTube, hold shift and move. Boom play, hold shift and move. We will change our color of the audio mark. Double click here, go to color overlay, same color. For Spotify, we select Spotify, double click here, color overlay. YouTube, double click, color overlay, and boom play, color overlay. But you can see that boom play is all covered. There is something we are going to do here. So press Ctrl Z to undo that. So we right click and go to rasterize layer, and we will zoom in. You can see that there is a blue and green color on top of black, but we want to remove the black color and leave the blue and the green and the white in there. So what we will do here is we go to select color range and select the black over here and click on OK. Then we press delete to remove the blacks. You can see it has been deleted. Go to select and deselect. We double click here, go to color overlay, and boom, it's done, as you can see. And now I'll go to file, place embed, and I'll bring in this dodo, and I'll right click, go to distort so that I can distort it like that. Click and double click here and go to color overlay. This time around we change the color to white. Yeah, I think the text is too big, so I'll go to 18. Yeah. And where is my to do? Here is it. Control T and decrease it a bit and bring it and place it here. Voila. That is how to create this music album. But please if you don't have time to stress yourself on this, go to the internet and search like icon. You download it, and if it has background, you remove it and you use it to make things easier and simple for you. But if you want to stress yourself like mine, that is the procedure I use. Bye for now.